Do you ever wonder what goes on behind the scenes in AEW creative? Well, Saraya just gave us a rare glimpse detailing an AEW storyline pitch she rejected on her Rules Breakers podcast. The former women's champion shared that she was asked to participate in a very interesting angle with a more interesting name, which included an on-screen act. Well, that made her immediately go, I can't do that. Primarily because of a situation in which has been taking place outside of the ring. In today's video, we are going to be breaking that down and much, much more with Saraya and AEW. Now, Saraya, she has been a team player and has really never rejected any storylines that have been pitched to her in WWE and in AEW, except for this one moment. It was a rare instance where circumstances and her own moral fiber led to her reject an idea for an on-screen relationship in All Elite Wrestling. Now, the former WWE Divas champion had a remarkable run in AEW that began in 2022. She had been part of many prominent programs and storylines, but AEW President Tony Khan and his regime once pitched a completely new storyline that she had never done before. In a recent edition of her podcast, The Rules Breakers, she revealed that AEW once pitched her a love storyline. Now, the former women's world champion was asked to be paired with a fellow wrestler, Daddy Magic Matt Menard. The duo was going to be portrayed as an on-screen couple, and according to her, there had to be a kissing scene involved. And that was just too far for her. That's what she had to say. So there's a wrestler called Daddy Magic. They wanted me to do a love storyline with him, and I managed to go my whole career without doing a love storyline. I wasn't going to start now, you know? And they were like, no, all he's going to do is kiss you. I had a boyfriend at the time, and I was just like, I can't do it, you guys. I can't do it. So I turned that down. Saraya, she had a decent run in AEW, had some big moments, including winning the Women's World Championship at All in 2023 in her home country. However, she revealed in March that she was going to and ultimately did leave the promotion and exited on good terms. Moreover, the former AEW star has been dropping teases of a potential return to WWE, although she made that very clear recently it would not be happening this year. With Saraya currently exploring life outside of the ring, it remains to be seen what her future holds for this trailblazing women's wrestler. So, let's kick it off here. Okay? Before I go in on her run in AEW and set it ablaze, is Saraya wrong? Was she wrong to turn down this idea? Was she wrong to turn down the storyline with Daddy Magic? No. No. Was she punished for it? That I cannot say. I can't imagine that she was, but you never know. But I just can't imagine. You have to keep in mind, if a talent, especially a female talent, does not feel comfortable with a storyline idea, don't do it. Right? Like, if it makes you uncomfortable, and if you think it's going to impact your personal life, don't do it. Especially if you're Saraya. Saraya, aka Paige. Look, she's made a lot of money in her career. She has a lot of outside projects that she can do. She obviously has WWE interest. So why? Cash your check and move it along. Don't feel inclined that you have to do something. And clearly, she had morals that she did not want to break for storylines of pro wrestling. I think we get twisted up. We get too enthralled with wrestling. And in terms of it being like the most important thing for it. It's not. It's pro wrestling. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be entertaining. Calm down. Right? Like, there's a little too much tribalism there. Saraya, she saw that and she goes, look, she has a boyfriend. She doesn't want to ruin that relationship with him. No thanks. Right? Thanks, but no thanks. And that's what happened. So, I got no problem with it. Now, let's look at her AEW run. From the minute that she stepped foot through that curtain and was on that stage, she felt like she totally did not belong there in my eyes. And yes, I know I'm looking through the WWE binoculars. I see what they've done with them. I've seen what they've done with talent, and I've seen talent go from WWE to AEW and absolutely shine. Put a spotlight on them, right? I've also seen talent go from WWE to AEW and AEW to WWE. They just don't quite fit, right? WWE and AEW have two different distinct styles, both in the ring, their product, the presentation. There's just differences, right? And that's a good thing. You want two different products because you want an alternative product to each promotion. The only problem is, I never thought that Saraya fit. Outside of her initial arrival, outside of a situation in which they presented her as, hey, it's this big star. Hey, she's back. Hey, she's going to wrestle. Her first match was not good. It just wasn't. And that sucked for her, and it sucked for her fan base that just on situation. And then they book her to win the women's title. Almost like a, hey, will y'all accept her, please? We have her under contract. It never worked. It never worked for me. They did it anyway, and they got it short. I think because they realized it wasn't going to work. And then they booked her with the Outcast, and they booked her as a manager, and they booked her as a tag team star, and a single star, and as a babyface, and as they literally did it all with this woman. And it never quite fit, whether it's because of AEW, whether it's because of the product, the storyline, if you will, that she was presented. It just never fits. And ultimately, she's like, you know what? I think it's best that I leave. And Tony Khan's like, you know what? I think it's best that you leave as well. She, to her credit, has not knocked AEW, nor do I think she should knock AEW's. I'm sure they paid her very, very well, and I'm sure that she appreciates those cash money checks. But at the end of the day, sometimes it just doesn't work. And that's okay. And she moves on, and I am sure that one day she will return to WWE. And I'm sure that she will have a solid run. Now, how good of a run will she have? Well, that's up to have a debate about. We don't know. But at the end of the day, I think it's going to happen. And I think she's going to be better off for it. I think the fans are going to like it. And I think it's all going to work itself out. But we have to wait and see what they have up their slates. And like I said, she isn't planning on wrestling until 2026. And if that's the case, well, hey, we got to wait till 2026. Either way, I think it's all going to work out. Let me know in the comments there below. What do you think about Saraya's AEW run? I will see y'all in the next video.